Ready, set up.
What coach make a statement, and if you raise your hand, I'll call him and work through here.
Yeah, I thought it was really good work, and the humidity was up, and it tested us for sure. And thought legs looked a little heavy, but that's to be expected probably in day 4. They've lost so much fluid in the first few days with the humidity and heat, but I thought they pushed through it, and obviously without watching the film, it's hard to say, but it looked like there was quite a bit of explosive plays on offense at times and quite a few negative plays that the defense caused. So watch the film and see, but I really thought it was really good work from the start to finish. I thought the specialist field goal unit was obviously didn't have a rush, but they were going through the upright with all the kickers, and I think we only missed one all day. And good work for the special teams also, so good day.
For Jackson, what are you working on the most, would you say, going from the spring until now?
I think for us on our offense, I think our timing routes is something I could have improved on in the spring, and whether that's intermediate game, quick game, even deep routes, just working on my timing and kind of getting my feet in the ground ready to rip the ball.
Coach, I know the running back room isn't 100%, and Jeremiah was kind of held out. D.A. didn't have a ton of reps, but what's your confidence in all those guys being healthy by game 1, and then of the guys who did go, like Omar today, what'd you see from them?
Yeah, Damari is just dealing with a little heel bruise. I think he'll be fine and ready to go. Jeremiah, I expect him to be. They did not have to do surgery on it, which is a blessing. Don't need to get that thing hit right now. So we obviously believe in those two. But I think, man, the other guys are showing up too. Darrell had some explosive runs. Alvin, is there still a learning curve for him for sure? But I tell you, the one that's flashing is Omar. He is that pad level he has, and he's patient, and he's going to finish moving forward, it seems, in the reps we have. We haven't gone live yet, but we're in thud, and they're thudding him pretty good, and he's finishing runs. So I would say he's been the most surprising. So our confidence level is growing with all that whole group.
Yeah, Keldrick, young defensive lineman, even Amaris, but Darion Smith, some of those guys. What have you seen out of that group so far? It looked like they had some moves today.
Man, they're active at all times. Like when Darion first came in, he was so timid, and he was so impatient to play blocks or even the pass rush. He was late off the ball, getting active in pass rush. But now, those guys got so comfortable playing in our defense that, they just make the decisions like very easy for themselves, and they slow the game down for them. So they playing faster, and they making better decisions as far as like a D1 defensive lineman.
Yeah, I echo what Keldrick is saying. Is they are disruptive. The young guys, obviously, we all know about Keldrick and Keyron and some of those, but I mean Malik Blockton was just a freshman, but man, he's disruptive, and I think these two young ones, Autry's getting better and better, Crawford's getting better. Bobby obviously has a deal with his daughter. He's missed, but he's back now, and I think there's some disruptive guys that can help us. We've got to get them to buy into to their role, and the days of a D lineman, interior D lineman playing 60 snaps a game just shouldn't happen. And we've got to get them to buy into like the Jay Hardys and those guys that came in, Dallas Walker and Darion and Z's had a good camp so far. So I know I'm leaving some people out, but man, I think all those guys, James Ash, once he learns what to do, he is heavy-handed. So I like the depth in there, just buy into giving us fanatical effort on your given plays.
Keldrick, I wanted to ask you about Malik, specifically playing next to him, and just seems like he's had a really good start at camp for a guy who was just a freshman last year, but already looked at as a leader, kind of like you. Just what have you seen from him as he's going into the second season?
Man, Malik football intelligence is extremely high, especially for his classification. Like, he's nothing but a sophomore, but his football intelligence is crazy. Like, he recognizes plays before they even happen, and with him doing that, man, he gets the other three guys on the line playing even faster than what we've been playing. Like, he makes plays within our defense, but he using his own swag to it. So Malik's a true ball player. He's just not a football player. He's a true ball player.
Jackson, you've talked about the receiving core that you've got, but talk about going against these DBs. I mean, quite a deep group, and then Hugh, if you would talk a little bit about some of the young guys you've seen back there in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, I love the DBs we have because it pushes our receivers to get better too. And, when we have competition like that going against each other, it just makes them better day in and day out. And for me, being able to go against corners like that makes me better because of certain things they do, certain ways they trigger on the ball, certain tendencies that they have. It makes me see how a good corner is supposed to play. And alongside that, too, it's making our receivers better. So when we go into that first game against Baylor or against whoever we go into throughout the season, man, those guys have seen the best of the best right now. They're playing against the best of the best right now, and it'll make the whole season a whole lot easier for them.
Yeah, we've added great depth there, and I don't think there's any greater motivator than competition. When you have somebody behind you that's like, oh, this guy can take my reps because he's a dang good player too, I think that's the greatest motivator you can have. And we're finally kind of at that point. Everybody talks about Kaylee and Jay Crawford, two really, really good players. Crawford had another pick today, and they keep showing up, and they're getting better. But you start adding, people to them like the freshman Woodby and Starr, and not just them, but guys with experience like Strader and Pleasant. You're talking about six deep in that corner room, and we hadn't even talked about Champ Anthony, who's not quite, healthy, and even Amon Lane Gaines has quick twitch and speed. So the depth there at corner is definitely much better than it's been, and it's good because we'll need them to push, and we want them to stay fresh also because those guys are also people that are going to be playing on special teams, and that makes our special teams better and faster.
Coach Nix gets inducted tonight into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame, your home state. Do you have a sense of what that means to him?
Yeah, I had that on my list to talk about before we left, and I'm glad you brought it up. I've been with Derek Nix, or we've been together for a long time, and I even knew of him. Obviously, I went to Southern Miss. He went to Southern Miss. He was a legend there. He's a great running back. But the thing about Derek Nix is he's a better human being than – great football player, great coach, but man, he's a great human being, and that is a huge deal in that state. That Hall of Fame is a big deal. You're going in there with some legends, and wish I could be there. I did talk to him this morning and said, man, enjoy the day. We're so proud of you, and glad his family can be there with him, and it's a big deal. So congrats to D. Nix.
So we got time for three more. So Jason, Peter, and then Nathan.
Jackson, we talked to you in Atlanta about kind of the bonding that you did over the summer and you guys did as an offense. How much have you seen that carry over early in camp from a timing standpoint with the receivers, all the things you've done? How beneficial has that been?
Yeah, it's been big. Being able to build chemistry with those guys over the summer, whether it's outside throwing routes or even 7-on-7, the stuff that we did, during our football time, just being able to bond with those guys and create chemistry is leads into camp, and, not only that, but within position groups too. I mean, our guys, we're pushing each other to get better, but at the same time, we're all good friends, we're all for each other, and just makes our whole offense and our whole room a lot better.
For Hugh, back on the DBs, it seemed like Strader had a good day today. What does he bring to that room? And then Pleasant didn't seem like he was out there today.
He had Pleasant has a sprained ankle. Don't think it's anything to be concerned about. X-rays were good, but couldn't go today. But again, now Strader steps in, and I thought he was physical at the line of scrimmage and made some good plays on the ball, and just speaks to our depth there right now. And heck, we're not even talking about the safeties. I think there's some good things going on there too, and they're really active. And the linebackers, we are so much faster at linebacker right now. I mean, those with Dees and Melendez and Xavier Atkins is man, when he sees now he might back gap one time where he doesn't need to, but he's been quick enough to even overcome some of those mental mistakes because of just the speed that we've increased ourselves with on the defensive side. I think we're faster over there and at every position, and I think the quarterbacks today too. Before we end, I thought the other two played really well too. I thought there were some really good things from both Deuce and Ashton also, and we had one pick which we got to get cleaned up, and he should not have. I could see it happening, and we'll get that cleaned up because the whole deal with these guys, they're so talented. Jackson, Deuce, and Ashton is we don't have to force things. We just have to make the plays that are there because you got good enough people around them that you don't have to try to force things. And that's really what I'm trying to get across to them is just make the plays as they come to you, and we're going to be fine.
Keldrick, you talked at media days about playing with your brother. Well, now he's seems like he's moved to that Buck defensive end position. What has it been like now being in the same room with him?
It's been kind of fun. Like I get to see him. I get to see him mess up. I get to see him grow from his mistakes. Today I got to see him get a little angry at me, and, and then he went out there and made a couple plays. It's just exciting. It's a little different from high school just to watch your little brother dominate in a small area, and then you come to a Division I school like Auburn, and everybody's better than you or as good as you. So now you got to up your game, and just seeing him just progress every week has been amazing for me.
He has progressed, and that's one thing that I think doesn't get talked about enough because of the landscape of college football changing. Is used to you embrace the development, and a lot of people didn't play till their junior year, and at Power 5 or Power 4 now. I mean, that's just the way it was. There was a handful of guys that could do that, but heck, most people, they developed, they got in the weight room, they got stronger, they got bigger, they learned from year to year, and that's what we keep hopefully preaching to how we're trying to build this program is hold on to our guys and watch them develop. That's really one of the most rewarding things of coaching.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Lord, that's what fall camp was.